On the Star Wars Hunters update article from the other week, the developers confirmed that we will be getting more information regarding the launch of the game soon, and it's been a couple of weeks now since we had that article and we still haven't heard anything, so I thought it would be worth speculating on when we will actually get news about the release of this game. But before I get into it, make sure you are subscribed to the channel with the notification bell turned on. With Hunters launch seemingly on the way, I'll be posting tons of content on the game, so make sure you don't miss out on any of that. So we are now just over a week into April, and if my theory is correct, then we are a little over 2 months away until the launch of this game, which my theory is June 12th as a result of things in the item shops having a date ending on that day. Though as of me recording this, that is no longer the case. They have now been set to end tomorrow as of this video going live, but my theory of June 12th still very much remains the same, given what we have had in the past with in-game store countdowns. So when should we actually expect to get news on this officially? Well, we are just a few weeks away now until May the 4th, which is also known as Star Wars Day, which can sometimes be an exciting day for Star Wars fans, as in the past we've often received some pretty big news about stuff going on with the franchise. Other times we've not really heard anything, so it's probably best to not expect to get news, but we could potentially get a reveal date for launch on that day through a swanky new trailer, with the release date showing up at the end. Now Star Wars Day this year is on a Saturday, which I think is the first time that's happened in a while, but as it would likely be a trailer and potentially other marketing material, releasing that news on a weekend isn't necessarily out of the ordinary, since we do have a number of gaming events that take place on a weekend throughout the year. So even though it's not going to be a big gaming event, the weekend shouldn't necessarily deter them from dropping a trailer. But if the weekend does sort of put them off, then obviously with it being Star Wars Day on that Saturday, there's no reason why they couldn't release this news with the days leading up to it. So if they did release a trailer on this date or around that time, it would give them approximately 6 weeks or so to go absolutely ham on the marketing side of things before the game launches, assuming June 12th is correct, which perhaps for a mobile and Switch game gives them enough time to do all of the marketing they want to do before launch. And given that this game is a mobile game first and foremost, the marketing schedules for this are no doubt quite different to that of a standard AAA game, like Star Wars Outlaws for example. The marketing for that game will likely have a very different schedule, so I think the 6 weeks could be plenty of time for them to go absolutely ham, whether that's posting several trailers, tons of social media posts on different platforms, potentially just each day to get it out there as much as possible, and hopefully they utilise creators as well, but we will just have to wait and see. Now like I said, May 4th or around that time doesn't have to necessarily bring us news. For all we know, they could actually drop a trailer tomorrow or even an hour after this video goes live, so you could be watching this and we have a trailer. We obviously just don't know, but it could also just be any time within the next couple of weeks as well. It really is just impossible to say, because it was 2 weeks ago that they told us we'd be getting information soon, so that fills me with a lot of hope and expectations that within the next 4 weeks from now we should get some big news on the game, but unfortunately it is just a waiting game for us. But another thing I did find quite interesting is that with this latest update, we didn't receive any marketing material for it whatsoever, not even a social media post on Twitter to say that they have updated the game. Now normally over the last couple of years when an update has dropped, they have tweeted about it, and with the chart update in September last year and the Diego repeat update in January this year, both of those updates received some social media posts as well as really cool trailers to showcase new features that promoted a lot of stuff with those updates. But like I said, the update from the other week has thus far received absolutely nothing, which does make me wonder why, and my assumption is that because we're getting launch information soon, they don't really want to be clogging up their social media pages to talk about a new update to the game when only a month or so later they're going to start talking about launch and all these other bits and bobs. So I suppose they probably want to keep their social medias as dry and quiet as possible to hopefully get a bit of a boom when they finally announce the launch of the game. Hopefully it's not much longer until we do get these launch details though. I'm definitely expecting to see something within the next month or so, but we will just have to wait and see. I'll be sure to let you know as soon as possible though, so make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you haven't done so already. That is it from me today though. Thank you all very much for watching, and may the force be with you always.